Good morning. What is up, guys? What is up, gang? It is Tuesday, February 21st, but most importantly, it is day 15, halfway mark, day 15 of the 30-day challenge that we're doing. Man, halfway, dude, it went quick. It went so quick. But I'm excited with where we're at. We're only halfway, and I mean, we could be making money this week. So what I mean by that is we've found buyers, we've been networking with agents, we've been networking with wholesalers. We've got a deal on the table that we're looking at JV with the wholesaler on. We've got a buyer lined up with their initial offer. We pretty much got a verbal offer with a 25K spread. And they're going to be walking the property. So they're going to be doing an inspection and then letting us know what their firm offer is. I'm assuming they're going to come down on price. I don't know how much, hopefully not like a crazy amount. But I think we'll still be able to get the deal done. And then they can close quick. So, I mean, I don't know. I mean, we could close this thing potentially Friday. That would be so crazy. Have a deal and make money in literally 2 weeks. In 2 weeks without spending any money. The only thing we've used is privy. Crazy. That's crazy. So crazy. So we'll see. We will see. I've got to make a phone call to a buyer. What else was I going to mention to you guys? Oh, got the deal. So the deal that's getting walked today. So we spoke with Dexter from Keegley yesterday, and it was an interesting conversation, right? So the funny thing was the guy Liam. I'm pretty sure like it's his franchise or whatever. I think he's like the head guy. Originally, that was the contact that was given to me, was like, oh yeah, you want to speak with Liam. And then Liam was like, hey, talk to my guy Dexter. Well, the funny thing is, after we talked with Dexter, Liam gave me a call. He's like, hey man, like, heard you spoke with Dexter. Basically, he was like, hey man, like, it sounds like the conversation didn't go well. Like, what's up? So we had a good chat. He was kind of able to explain to me a little bit more as to what the process looks like. So pretty much the way they work is you can either JV with them or be like, hey, I want to net this number, and then you can blast it out to your guys with your fee tacked on top. The thing that he was able to answer for me is, so like, they only blast it out. They only do, like, they only look to do the JV agreement once they bring the buyer to the table. So, which was my big thing. Like, I'm not looking to get tied down or committed to someone on a contract unless they have a buyer ready to go. So we'll see. They didn't really like the net number that I gave them. I told them where I needed to be at in order for it to make sense. And they're like, it's going to be hard to get it. But they're like, yeah, we'll blast it out there. So we'll see. We'll see what they can do. So that happened. And what else? I can't remember. Let me just put in some notes in here. Keegley franchise. Orlando. There's also Dexter, and let's put his phone number in here just so I have that saved to kind of put him as like a buyer's contact. Early today, I thought it was 9:30 a.m. Mountain, but I'm all good. We are 9 a.m. Eastern every day, Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. Eastern. Now, Nathan Payne is 9 a.m. Mountain, but I am 9 a.m. Eastern because we are on the East Coast. I'm up in Danbury, Connecticut. What was I doing? Dexter's number. Where is that at? 7-0-3-5-1-8. All right, and then let me save. Okay, got all the info. Cool. I need to. Well, yeah, we'll put it as that wholesaler. All right. Oh, and what I need to do right now is I need to call Renan, man. So Renan was the buyer we spoke with on Friday. That we had an amazing conversation with. Really liked him. Really liked him as a buyer. Like, it pretty much just from that conversation, I was like, yeah, this guy's my new number one buyer. However, he's been really difficult with getting a hold of, which can happen a lot of times with cash buyers. But it not just like getting a hold of, but it's like, oh yeah, like I'm in the middle of something, let me call you in an hour. Or like, hey, can I call you in 10 minutes? And it's just like, they never call you back. So let's try calling him up right now, see if we can catch him in the morning. Because we want to get his feedback on the deal and see if he can walk it today.
Hello.
Hey, Renan, how you doing, brother?
Hey, how are you?
I'm good. I hope I didn't wake you up or anything.
No, brother, you good? I'm actually just getting up. I went to sleep late last night. Got home from church and then stayed with my friends a little bit. How you been?
Oh, had a bit of a late night.
Yeah. Set a computer and just ended up with sleep late. Tell you what, let me get up real quick and then I'll give you a shout back.
Yeah, the reason for my call was I wanted to chat about that property real quick. I know I sent you the email so you can take a quick look at it, but I'm having an inspector go out to walk it today at 1:00. And if you wanted to walk the property today at 1 would probably be the only time that you would be able to walk it. And I think it could be a good fit for you. I'd say take a look at it and take a look at the email and then give me a call. I'd love to get your thoughts and kind of see the ballpark where you think you would need to be in order for it to be a good fit for you. And if it sounds like something that could be a good fit, then we'll set you up to walk it today. How's that sound?
Yeah, that let me make some phone calls. I gotta talk to my like I said, I spoke with my dad last night. Left the room, and we had a brief conversation about it. Let me, because I don't want to, like I said, let me look at the house again, the numbers one last time, to see if it's a fit for me.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to go out there if we're not going to be doing anything together, you know?
Right, exactly. And that's why I don't want to waste your time either. So that's why I would say, take a look at the email. I sent you the address. It's got a link with some pictures. It's got a comp and then a really good flip that's very similar to it. It's actively listed, but it gives you a really good idea about the neighborhood. And yeah, take a look at it and let me know, and then let's hop back on the phone and I don't have an asking price for you just yet. I wanted to kind of let you take a look at it first and kind of see what price you think you would need to be at in order for it to be a good fit for you. And if we're able to make that work, then, you can walk it today, and, we can close the deal, next week or whatever.
So you don't have an asking price for me yet?
No, I kind of wanted to see what your feedback was on it. I wanted to kind of give you an early look, rather than just kind of throwing out an asking price. I'd love to kind of get your thoughts, as to what you think about the property, and what kind of price you would need to be at in order for it to be a fit for you.
I got you. I mean, I have never worked down. I usually like to also get my, asking price from the wholesaler to see exactly where we're at.
Yeah.
So I mean, I don't want to give you a price either unless you give me a price. So does it make sense for me to be, doing my work and then we're not on the same track,
Right. Well, that's typically, so I agree with you. That's typically how I do things. Is most of the time I would reach out to you, and say, hey, this is the price on it for this one. So it's a few things. One, I'm a little bit newer to the Orlando market. But two, some of the guys that they look at the property differently. So it's this one was a little bit harder for me to kind of figure out what an appropriate asking price would be, because like I said, and like we talked about on Friday, I didn't want to only look at the upside, and have it priced way too high, when you take a look at it and be like, oh no, I'm not interested at all. But at the same time, I didn't want to kind of throw it away either. I mean, it's definitely a deal. It's definitely a deal. I'm just trying to, then that's why I reached out to you first, is because on this one, I'd like to kind of get an idea as to how you look at the property, what's important to you, what you see in it. And we can figure out a price that's able to work for you. Because I'm also, the other thing I'm not doing is I'm not like, I don't have like 100 guys that I'm calling, and like, I'm not bidding it up. I've got, there's the inspector going today that's looking at it for a company, but that's it. So it's not like I haven't been blasting this out to people, and I'm not trying to bid it up. I'm just, this property is a little bit harder to kind of, when you look at my email and you look at the comps, I think you'll kind of maybe get an idea. But yeah, so that's why. Does that kind of make sense?
It does. It does not. But it does, but it does not. I understand what you're saying. I understand what you're saying. I get what you're saying. That not every investor will buy a house that's on the market. I'm with you. I get you. Let me. I'm trying to look for your email again. Was it the one you sent me on Friday, or was it?
Yeah, I sent it to you. Hold on, I'm just bringing it up quick. Yeah, so I sent it to, it should be from the letter I4 expressbuyers@gmail.com. I'll try to,
No, I got it again. I got it here, Nathan.
Oh, you got it? Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, one of the things my dad brought up was when I said my dad, because we're business partner.
Okay, you and your dad are business partners?
Yeah, me and my dad. So we're always was together and just was at to be selling houses right now at 350, 380. They're sitting long on the market. Not everybody's wanting to buy a $400,000 home right now.
Right. Well, the nice thing that's playing in your favor is, we're going to be coming into March, and so we'll be walking right in the kind of the start of spring and summer. I mean, because that's kind of normal for winter months, for things to slow down a bit. And I know a number of guys that I've spoke with, they're saying it like they're ready for it to kind of pop off, for the second quarter of this year and this summer. I know that's what the guys are saying. Like the hedge funds are going to be doing. They said they're going to be kind of going back to, buying things at like the crazy prices like they were in COVID. I think they were just waiting through kind of this winter. So that's why I think it could actually be a really perfect time, because it's, you can do the rehab and then, you're ready to list it right at the start of the season, and it's, I mean, when, if you're looking at the pictures and the address, I mean, it's a good property. Like it's the right, it's beautiful. It's, 3-2, 2-car garage. It's got the pool.
The location is not so clever though. I done a flip nearby. There's a prison park. There's a school there.
You've done flip near before?
Yeah, I have. And it's not such a. The neighborhood is just. How do I say it? It's a okay neighborhood. It's nothing fancy.
Mm-hmm. The I also sent you in that email those two other addresses. So that one on Massa Court, that's literally like same exact, like, I mean, it's like to the T, same exact comp, and it's literally, they're right across from each other. Same, like everything's the same about them. And then to give you an idea of what's going on right now, so that other property I sent you in the email, the one on Superior Court, so that was a flip that they just listed it 2 weeks ago. That property, they bought it for 280. They did a nice rehab on it, but it's a smaller house. It's only got a 1-car garage. Ours has got a 2, and it doesn't even have a pool. So I think that's the other thing that could really play out well for you is, if you were to rehab this one, and if theirs was on the market, either, I mean, one of two things happens for you. Either one, it's good. Either one, they sell it and it's like you have an amazing comp, to support the price you want to put it at. Or two, you're able to do a quick rehab and list it. And if this one's still listed, you'll be able to price like this will only make your house look even better price wise, because you could either price it at or slightly below, and your house will look like, a steal compared to that one, because you've got, the bigger garage, you've got the in-ground pool. So that's why I think this property kind of right now, and you have that other as is comp, and that comp that sold for 348, the one right across from it. I mean, when you look at the pictures, it like, it wasn't a flip, it wasn't, rehabbed, it wasn't updated. I mean, it was in the same condition as ours is.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'm trying to find out how they came up with this trying to figure out how they came up with this number to get up to that. You know what I'm saying? What are the comps that they use to list it at 397?
Yeah, I don't know. I tried getting in touch with them because I was curious myself. Um, but I wasn't able to.
You were able to get a hold of the real estate agent?
I was able to get a hold of the agent, but they weren't really able to give me any feedback or connect me with the the person that flipped it.
Oh, I see. So pretty much they're just doing what they're asking, like they're just going out. And I'll be honest with you, it's almost, I mean, I wouldn't say impossible, but $400,000 for a 1,200 square foot home without a permit, I mean, without a pool.
Well, that's why I'm saying I'm not saying that. I'm saying either way it helps you because either it sells and then like perfect for you, or like I mean, even if you were to list yours at exactly like even if you were to list yours at like 390, you know what I mean? And like you just even if it were to be the same price, like your house, your because I agree with you. Because when I looked at that too, I'm like that'll be interesting to see if they get it. Um, but like your house, I mean, with the pool, the bigger garage, I mean, and if you were to rehab it, I mean, it's it just gives you an idea of kind of what else is out there. And so people will look at this for 397. They're like, okay, well, we can either spend 397 on this, a one car garage with no pool, or we could spend 390 and have a beautiful in-ground pool, an amazing house, bigger garage. You know what I mean? Like it's a no-brainer. Even even if it's like at the higher price end of the neighborhood, it would still look like a bargain deal compared to what's out there. That was my thoughts when I was looking at it, and that's
There's
why.
Another one. There's another property for sale right next to you. 3821 Alpert Drive. You see that one?
Yeah. Did you look at the pictures? So like
Yeah.
that one, I mean, yeah, I would agree. Like, cause I mean that thing needs to get rehabbed.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, for me to get in the deal right now, I would have to have a solid comp. And that for sale is not a solid comp for me. I done a mistake before, and I'm not going to repeat it again. Because, I mean, anybody can put any price, and it's not what they think. It's what the appraiser says. You know, and there's not a solid comp for them to be looking at it, for them to be advertising the same price. I mean, if they go for Zillow, they're fucked. So Zillow's not going to give them any real price.
What about the comp right across the street, the one on Massa Court that sold for 348?
Did it have a pool?
It did. I mean, it's when I say it's the exact same property, I mean, it's literally if you look at a street view, it's across like, the mailboxes are right across from each other. And I mean, they're the exact same house. They're both corner lots.
But that was sold in September.
I agree, right? So I that
So
which
September,
was a little
was the peak. September was like the peak of the houses. You know, when the houses were selling with their eyes closed.
Well, I mean, the market was still kind of right. Like we still had the interest rates and everything kind of go up, right? So it's like they still had the same rates and everything at that time, right? And that's why I'm saying don't use that. And like my other point is like that's an as is comp, right? So I'm saying would it be unreasonable to be able to think of that as like an ARV almost? You know what I'm saying? Like if that was able to sell in September as is for that price, if you were to rehab it, would it be unreasonable, you know, to think, okay, like on the low end, we could, conservatively, we could at least have 350 as our ARV. That was kind of my thoughts. Is that's kind of like your rock solid ARV comp for like after you rehab it. Whereas like look, after we rehab it, all day at the very least, it's going to comp at 348. And then, could be more than that. But at least like that's where you kind of know the absolute lowest bottom would be.
See, right behind from it, right behind from it, like fence to fence. 6846 Auburn Drive sold about 15 days ago.
6805.
Yeah, 1646.
Uh-huh.
Sold for like, oh, never mind. No, yeah, for 1,500 square foot for 265.
Hold on. Which one are you looking at?
6846.
6846. What price did it sell at? 265? Okay, I'm looking at it now.
It doesn't have a pool.
The house is. I wouldn't use that as a comp. Yeah. Just because a different layout, doesn't have a garage at all, which is massive. No pool.
You said that today would be like the only day to walk it. What is there a particular reason?
Just because we're running short on time and we were having an inspector go out there at 1:00 today. What is there another time that would work better for you?
I mean, is the house vacant or is it occupied?
It's vacant, but there's an agent that has to open it up. It's on a lockbox. So it's like coordinating with her can sometimes be a little bit challenging.
Gotcha.
I guess, from just a quick look at it, ballpark, where, what sort of price range do you think you would need to be at in order for it to be a fit for you, in order for it to be a good deal for you, based on kind of everything that we talked about and looked at?
Agent, listen. Before I let you go, because I gotta go. I need a price too. I'm not gonna give you a price if I don't have a price.
So
if it doesn't work like that for you, I understand. We can try maybe do another deal in the future. I think that the other day I was trying to make a deal, and the deal did happen. But the guy was like, "Oh, but if you're not wasting my time or your time," they said, "Listen, as long as we try to make something happen, I don't think it's wasting time." But I just think that, like, you should have come up with me. So this is my asking price. Are we gonna do it? Is it lower? Is it more? I don't have a problem with telling you, listen, this is a good price for me. But I just need to find out. Like, you need to be confident enough to tell me, listen, this is what I think my asking price is.
So if 250 is able to work, we can make that happen today. If 250 is a price that's a fit for you, the deal's yours right now.
And what's your closing date?
March 16th, something like that. I've got it here in front of me. 1 second. March 16th. Do you need more time? Is that, I mean, if that's a deal breaker for you, I mean, we can probably work around that.
Let me give me till after lunch, and we'll come up to a final, just yes or no, and move on if that's the case. And let me just make some final numbers for the neighborhood again. You said the house is vacant, correct?
Correct. Yeah. So if you want to, the owner might be, I think, they just had like 1 or 2 little things, so they might be there getting some stuff out. But if you want to drive by, and just kind of walk around it, that's fine. They, a seller might be there, they might not. That's okay. You can just say you're with us. Or like I said, I could get you scheduled for 1 o'clock today, and then you'd be able to walk, the inside and see everything.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'm not worried about looking at it now. Have you walked the property?
I personally, did you look at the pictures? I personally haven't walked it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm up in Connecticut, so it's a bit of a drive for me to walk it.
I bet. But yeah, for sure. So we'll talk this afternoon.
Oh, okay. Well, do you think you're gonna make it to the walkthrough?
I'm gonna try to see if I can make it. Let me look at my numbers now, and because I'm not gonna drive out there if I don't have any intention of maybe doing something together.
Right.
So let me do my homework again, and we'll talk.
Right. Okay. Sounds good. Yeah. Just give me a call and let me know.
All right, brother. We'll talk.
All right. Thanks, Brennan. Appreciate it.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Whew, man. How about that for the start of the morning? Man, that conversation right there, that was a lot harder than I thought it was gonna be. So guys, again, right? I've talked about this a number of times. Like, do your homework on your properties, right? The only reason that conversation went more than 5 minutes is because I knew the things he was going to give me pushback on, right? For the most part. And I was able to, have a logical conversation, as far as like, hey, here's the things that I'm looking at. Also, the way I framed it wasn't like, no, but it's this way. No, but you see, there's this comp or that. No, I'm saying, this is what I'm seeing. Can I explain to you kind of what I'm seeing? And then you can kind of let me know, right? Hey, I'm seeing this, whatever. I had a missed call from something. Let me take my phone off do not disturb. So, he totally just woke up too. he was not ready for this conversation, but I think he felt bad because um, we were supposed to connect like 5 other times. So the other thing was I had to be assertive with him. About the property. Hold on, let me check this voicemail quick. It's a Florida number. Okay, cool. This is the guy that's supposed to go walk the property today, the inspector. So let me call him real quick.
Good morning, this is Rick.
Hey, Rick, this is Nathan. How you doing?
Hey, good morning. Okay. I just left you a quick voicemail.
Yeah, sorry I missed your call there.
Yes, we have a 1 o'clock today in Orlando.
That's correct. The one on Beachman Drive.
Correct.
Yep.
All right. I just wanted to confirm. 1 o'clock is good. Like I'm free after 11s, so I didn't know if you wanted to make it earlier or.
So
that'd be fine.
I won't be there. You'll be meeting with the agent that's representing the seller.
Oh, okay.
Yep. So her name is Emma. Real nice. She'll be the one to kind of meet you there and open up the door.
Okay. All right. So 1 o'clock will be fine. I'll be there.
Perfect. If you have any questions or need anything, this is my cell phone. Call, text me anytime, Rick.
Okay, great.
All right,
Thank you, Nathan.
Thanks so much. Right. Take care.
No problem. Bye.
Bye-bye. Cool. So back to that conversation. So I had to be assertive with him, right? And like that's the thing. It's not just now he also gave me a lot of pushback on trying to get an asking price out of him, which is good. I think he'd like, if I was a flipper, I would pretty much do what he did, right? And be like, nah. Like, tell me a price. But I did that after I was able to convey what I'm looking at so that my asking price didn't seem crazy. Because, there's buyers are looking at this property in a few different ways. Some of them they're seeing the comp at 348, they're seeing the other property list at 397, and they're seeing that potential, and they're like, okay, I can kind of like, okay, I can see that higher end price point, for this property rehabbed. But then there's other people to where like they're looking at some of these comps and they're like, nah, man, like three of these houses sold for 280. Like that's what I'm going to use as my ARV, and I'm going to have to be like, at or below like 200,000. That person, I'm not even going to bother giving my asking price, right? Because it's just they're going to be like, dude, that's ridiculous, and they're like, you have no clue what you're doing. Other guys, and that's why I kind of wanted to feel them out. It actually kind of broke rapport a little bit, which I was a little disappointed about. But I think and it ended up being fine. If I didn't give him an asking price, it would have hurt my rapport with him a bit, and my relationship just a touch, and we don't want that. But I was able to kind of be assertive with him and kind of feel him out, convey, hey, here's the things that I'm looking at, right? And I had to sell him on the property. Like, it's not just here's the address and here's the numbers, right? And that's kind of one thing I really want to get across is a lot of times that's what it's got to be like with guys. And that's the difference between somebody that cancels a contract or only makes like 3, 4, 5 grand and somebody that makes like 20 grand on the same property. Is because one person just like texted out and another person like actually sold it, was like on the phone, like selling it to these guys. Because no matter what position you're in, when we're talking about sellers or talking about cash buyers, the same principles still apply. Buying and selling is an emotional decision. We make the decision emotionally, and then we justify it logically, right? So I've got to kind of tap into to his emotions with the property, right? And kind of be able to kind of drive it home and sell him on the property. And I think we did, because originally he was, in the beginning of that conversation, if you guys were able to hear, like, he wasn't that interested in it. He was like, nah. Now, he didn't know the price or anything, but he's just like, man, I don't know. Right. And then I'm like, wait, but look at this and look at this. And like, here's how the things play out for you. Right. I explained to him why, where's my email with him? I explained to him why, well, I'll show it here actually. I explained to him why this comp, oops, like why we're even talking about, right? I explained to him, hey, here's why it's in your favor. Like, because he's like, yeah, man, but it could sit there for forever, right? That's what he's thinking. And I'm explaining, like, dude, that's still good for you, right? Like, if they still have it listed for 397, and if he flips, does a rehab on his, and if he lists his for like 365, dude, that's gonna look like a freaking steal. I would think it's a steal. Like, I would literally be looking, like, if I was looking to buy a house for myself, I'd be like I don't get it. It doesn't make sense to me. I'm like, this house is way better, way nicer. It's bigger. Yeah, I mean, they're both nice homes, but like, bang for my buck, dude, I'm saving $30,000 to get a better house. That doesn't make sense with a pool, right? So I had to kind of convey all that stuff to him. And then once I told him, and now I also still, the way I kind of threw out the asking price, right? I'm still kind of keeping it close to my chest. I'm not letting him know. And also, I didn't say my asking price is 250, right? I said, if you're able to pay 250, it's yours today, right? Because what I want to do is, I don't want to say, hey, 250 is like my firm number. If he needs to be lower than that, I want him to let me know. But at the same time, like, what he's hearing, and I price anchored high, right? We're looking at this at 397. I said rehabbed, right? I gave that other comp at 348, and I was like, bro, because like, he's really worried about losing money, right? So I used that comp because he was like, dude, that sold back in September, right? And so I'm giving a story of like, dude, like, if your house was rehabbed, and also the specific language I used, would it be unreasonable, right? Am I being unreasonable to think that our property at the bottom ARV could be 348, right? Like, that could be your rock bottom super conservative, right? So if you use that as your ARV, would that be unreasonable? A lot of people, when you ask it in that way, hey, am I being unreasonable? Hey, are you against this? People don't like saying yes to that, right? They don't like telling you that you're unreasonable, right? It's very direct. It feels kind of like, if they were to say yes, even if they're thinking that, it sounds like they're attacking you, and people don't really want to do that. They don't want that kind of confrontation. So that's why we use that language. But yeah, so I kind of had to pitch a story to him, and he's going to take a look at it. It could still be a no, right? Or he still might come back a lot lower. We'll see. But the thing was, I had to sell him on taking a serious look at the property, because that's really what I want. I wanted him to just at least take a serious look at it and give me a serious number. That's all I ask. That's all I look for with any of my buyers. Like, don't just throw out a number to me that you put zero thought into. Like, that's what I'm trying to sell. I'm trying to get a serious look at the property, give me a serious number. It lets me learn a lot more about them, their buy box. Because like I said, even though they say, oh, this is my buy box, here's my percentages and what I look at, there's still like a lot of other stuff that you get to learn about guys, as you do more business with them, and they're giving you offers on properties. You get to learn, okay, where are they really at, for their numbers, and what things are important to them and what aren't, and how do they look at stuff. Cool. All right, so that was our call with Brennan. We got the walkthrough scheduled today at 1 o'clock. All right, what do we got next for today? You guys want to call some agents? Let's call some agents. All right, let's check our privy email, see if any new deals came in. Privy training. All right. Dang, dude. Got a bunch. I wasn't expecting this many. I mean, we are covering like 3 or 4 counties, so I guess that's, it's kind of normal. I've not been a fan of this area. Every property we've looked at here, it's like the house is 100 years old, and none of them like the numbers aren't even remotely close. Yeah, like this house, I'm almost certain is not going to be a fit. It's listed for $375. It's a 2-bed, 2-bath. Yeah, that it's like not a big fan. 2-bed, 2-bath, 1,600 square feet, 1963. All right, at least it's not like 100 years old, so that's a plus. So 375, we're definitely at the top end. And it's these are all 4 bedrooms, 3 bedrooms. Like I'm just taking a quick look here, just on that alone. Yeah, it's I'm gonna disqualify this property. Were there any 2 bedrooms that sold? No. Let's see. This is under contract for $345. That's a 2-bed. So yeah, we're like 375 is I don't think it'll sell close to 375, and we would have to be way below that. Way. So failed. On to the next one. All right, 3-2, built in 1926, is sold. So let's see what's sold here. So both of these are, well, no. So this one's brick. One thing, guys, don't use bricks as comp. Like if your property's not brick, don't look at a brick comp and think it's the same. Bricks bricks are more valuable. They brick properties sell for more. So something to keep in mind. So they have it listed for 200. Let's take a quick look here. Top end, we've got and ours is the oldest. I'm gonna go with a no. Failed. It's an old property. The comps weren't really there for it. When we look at it, the high end, the highest sold comp that Privy's shown us is 255. There's some investor properties here that are actively listed. Oh, bro, this is a new build for 300 grand. Yeah, no. We would need to get this thing for like 100 less probably, just because the rehab would probably be a nightmare. We put that in the failed bucket, right? Yes, we did. On to the next one. Man, we're cruising through them today. Was this the one we just looked at? Yeah, 1000 9th Street. Yeah, okay, we just looked at that one. So let's look at these two. Under contract, take a peek at this one. Could use some work. How many days was it on? It doesn't say. Yeah, that same area that we're not crazy about. This is in 1979. So that other house that we just looked at, wasn't it listed for 375? We looked at this as a comp. So yeah, this one's under contract at 345. I can't remember what the interior looked like of our other one, but I mean our property is like 60 years newer. It is a 2-bed though. Let's move this to failed. We got that. Cool. All right. So this is what I actually should have done with that other property too. Is we had seen both of these before. We've already looked at them. We've already vetted them. They were already here in our failed soft vet. All right. Let's take a look at this. Fruitland Park. Yeah, that's not really our market, but I'll take a quick look at it. So just listed for 354. House is dated. Same thing, the notes. The only thing when I quickly look at the notes, I'm just seeing if something like particularly jumps out, and what I'm looking for is like something along the lines of that's calling for investors, like to where they are acknowledging that they're looking for investors. That's when that's kind of what I'm looking for. Because when they're looking for that, and it means okay, I'm the right person, like they want to talk to me, and I may need to be at 100,000 less, or I may need to be at like half of what they're listed for, but it's at least a conversation to where it's because sometimes like agents aren't always investors. A lot of times they're not. So you might have to kind of explain some stuff to them, but they're not fully shut off from the conversation. Sometimes. All right, so ours is 354 listed. Looks nice. So it's 319. These are both under contract. 340. So ours is a 2,300 square feet. Big home. So, all right, these are all kind of big square footage. Ours is in 1977. It's 1979. Just take a peek. Or it just doesn't want to work. There we go. All right, let's see. Is this thing? Oh, this is kind of cool. All right, so they've got a pool and stuff too. Oh, jeez. Let's see. Just needs a little TLC. Bro, like you couldn't take the chairs out for the pictures? Like just that little bit. I don't know. Sometimes I think things are so funny like that. To where it's like I can see like a green pool. Okay, it's a green pool. But like when there's chairs in it, to me, then it's like, dude, what was this? Like some frat house to where it's like, oh my gosh, this place seems like a cesspool now. I don't know. That's just the difference between if the chairs are in there versus out of the pool. For me personally, that's just how I look at it. We're gonna fail this house. I don't think it's. I think it needs a lot of work. It's not in our market. It's not at like a crazy price, or it's not close to a price that looks like not even remotely close to what would be a fit for us. All right, so that's all of our privy emails. Let's call some agents. Let's start from the bottom. Started from the bottom, now we're here. All right, this property. So who are we calling on this one? Calling Mario. Affordable living, block home with potential. Let's look at quick comps. So this is ours is listed for 197. 3 bed, 1 bath, 840 square feet. So, I remember wasn't there a comp that we wanted to, there's a specific comp that I saw on this property. I'm almost certain. Was it this one? Where it had like I'm gonna go nuts. I could have swore it was this property. Is it one of these actives? Dang, I'm losing it. I'm losing it. All right, maybe it was this one. There's a specific property that we added to our list yesterday to where there was a comp where it had like I just remember like the front of it and the door. I can't even describe it. So this house is under contract at 245. Let's see. So ours is 3-1. Let's look at some of these flips. Oh, it's 5-3. No thanks. 5-4. Totally different property. Excuse me. Dang, dude, scooped that up for 63 grand. Not bad. All right, so it's 150. Let's look at these quick. So, let's look at some before and after. So it was a 3-2 when they bought it. Okay. Ours is a 3-1. What year is this? This is a 59. Ours is a 58. So I really like. I wish ours had a second bathroom. That is disappointing. Let's look at this one. So this property is a 3-1, 1958, same year. This is actively listed for 317. Very nice. So they bought it for 210. Picasa. So they bought it for 210 and they have it listed for 317. I'm not gonna lie, man. I don't know if that's gonna work for them. Let's look at where we looked at that. All right, let's just call them up. Mario. So the nice thing is like this isn't a crazy price. Like, or it's not crazy far from where we would need to be. Excuse me, gosh, keep yawning, man. for me, anything within $40,000 isn't like significant to me. That's that's just like normal. So we're I think we're within 40 grand of that asking price. Let's see what Mario thinks. 321 506 8899.
Hello, this is Mario.
Hey Mario, this is Nathan. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. I was calling to see if you had a minute to chat. I was calling about a listing that you have on Ravenna Ave.
Yeah, one sec.
Yep.
Yeah, Nathan, I got 4 minutes actually.
Well, I'll tell you what. Is there a better time later today or this afternoon that would work better for you?
I mean, just shoot. What's up? What do you need to know?
Yeah. Well, I guess I was wondering if you could kind of tell me a little bit about it. I'm potentially looking at it as an investment property. So I'm wondering if there's anything in particular. I saw the pictures here. Is there any repairs, anything in particular that you think would be important for me to know?
Yep. So long story short, it's an absentee owner, so there's a tenant in there, and they will vacate at close. So we'll need a 30-day close. And the owner, because they're absentee and have tenants in there for a while, they don't really know anything about the property. I assume that you are not an agent because the seller disclosure that they signed, the only thing that they claimed to know was that there is potentially some mold in one of the closets in one of the rooms. I walked it for just a couple minutes because, again, there's people living in there and we have to work showings around there and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But I can tell you that highly likely you need a roof. Not highly likely. You most definitely need an AC system inside and out. And, cosmetics on the inside, to each their own, whatever you feel is necessary to update. Whether you flip it or you hold it, up to you. But yeah, I can tell you for sure you'll need cosmetics there.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Okay, so it sounds like, yeah, they would definitely need a cash offer for something like this.
Yeah, most definitely. So are you an agent?
No, I'm not. So I'm also coming unrepresented. So, if it sounded like something that could potentially be a fit and make an offer, happy to have you represent me and keep both sides of it.
Gotcha. So let me ask you something. Just be straight with me. I'm cool either way, and sellers aware, and we're very educated. I'm an investor myself. I flip, I wholesale, I hold. So what's your end goal here? Are you the end buyer, or are you trying to wholesale it?
No, I would probably be looking to wholesale it. I mean, but I'm not like your typical wholesaler. Like, I'm not locking things up, not understanding ARV and blasting it out to like 10,000 people. I work with a very, 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 small group. I mean, when I say small, like 10 really, really tight relationships with really good buyers. Depending on the price, if it's a good enough deal, I am willing to buy, myself. It's not that I've never taken down a deal, but I'm also newer to the Orlando market. I've got a deal I'm working in Orlando right now on Beachman. Hopefully we'll get to close that this week. But I personally, I actually live in Connecticut. So yeah, a little bit of a drive. So for me, yeah, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, so totally cool. Like I said, we don't mind. And again, I wholesale myself. I flip myself. And we don't mind. The only thing is seller's not gonna entertain anything below. I can tell you for sure, if it's below 170, he won't even look at it. And then he's not gonna do anything more than maximum 5-day inspection period, ideally 3.
Yeah, that's totally fine. Got it. So he's not looking at anything under 170. Yeah, normal inspection period. That's fine. Just curious. Have they entertained like letting you just try to like wholesale it for them?
I mean, Yeah, I could, but frankly, I can't at the price. I as a flipper myself, and when I wholesale stuff, I'm wholesaling stuff pretty deep.
Yeah.
So it really needs someone like I have one of my boys. Actually, I did send it to him. He might end up being the buyer on this.
Oh, cool.
He has not really flipped anything. It's just he's only flipped a couple of like live-in flips that he's done for himself to live in, fix up, and then he ends up selling them and has made some really good profits doing that. Either way, the point is he's handy and he can do a lot of the work himself. So the plus with that is that he's going to have less costs because it's a tighter deal. So he's the only one I've mentioned for him to sell it. So either way, that's why I'm saying he's got to have a real special buyer. It's like your typical guy who's doing volume and has his contract, unless he's got contractors doing stuff at really low prices, or he's cool with skinny margins. It's probably not going to work.
Right. No, I totally hear where you come from. And
hey, Nathan.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'll give you a call back. I have to.
Okay. Yeah. Let me let you go. Yeah. Let's reconnect sometime later today.
Okay. All right, brother. I'll
Thanks.
call you a little bit later.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Nathan.
All right. So that was a cool conversation. So the funny thing is I kind of went on a rant a little bit when he really didn't care at all. Like, it's funny. I was like, oh, I'm not like a typical wholesaler, blah, blah. Like he could care less if I was or wasn't. He's just like, look, this is what it is. This is what the contract's going to look like. Make an offer if you want to make an offer. He was chill though. I want to talk with him later because that's a perfect agent we want to create a relationship with. As far as like, hey, dude, if something isn't a fix and flip or a wholesale deal for you, like a property like this, he's the type of person where he could hit me up before it goes active on the market. And I could get a first look at it and make an offer. Because at 170, honestly, with what I'm looking at here, like that's not, I'd have to do more homework. 170 would probably be a little too close. I don't think I'd be able to make 170 work, but it's not crazy far off from where I think we would need to be in order for this to be a deal. I think the harder part is it's just not like it's tight margins, like really tight margins, not the best comps, and it's not a great house, right? Like one of the big selling points with the other property that we were talking about this morning, Beachman, like the big selling point is like, this is a good house. So guys are able to kind of, and it's Renan was, he was kind of the only person that gave a little bit of pushback on the neighborhood, which is a bit interesting, but like this, it's not the best property. It's, it needs some work. It's tight margins, and like it just doesn't seem like a great neighborhood. So with that being said, you kind of got to pick and choose your fights, right? I don't believe in locking everything up and then just throwing it out there. Like if I were to call my buyers, because that's the other thing. Like the conversation I had with Renan today, right? I pushed hard for this deal being a good deal on Beachman. If I were to call him today with a contract on this and I tried to do the same thing, right? Like, oh yeah, but there's this one, that's currently active. There's this one under contract, like a 245. This one's listed at 330. Like if I pushed him hard on this too, then he's gonna be like, okay, nah, bro. Like he's gonna be like, dude, you're just the type of person that just like, you're gonna push me hard on everything, and like, I don't want these uncomfortable conversations. Because that's kind of what this morning was like a little bit. It was a little bit of an uncomfortable conversation for him. And we want them to want to talk to us. All right, so this one, what I'm going to do is I am going to add this dude to our realtors. Now, what I could have done was, like, I could have pressed for, so now another thing, he's like, I got 4 minutes, and you can hear the audio switch from his cell phone to his car, to his Bluetooth. I don't want a 3-4 minute like I don't want a rush conversation, right? Like I want the person's full attention. So that's why every time first case I'm going to be like, great, and I'm going to assume, great, hey, what time works better for you later today, you know, or is there a time later this afternoon, right? I'm just going to, cool, let's not even try it right now. Let's set it for a later time. A lot of times with agents, it's just that's kind of the response you're going to get. They're going to be like, no, I've got 4 minutes. Like, that's all I'm willing to give you right now. So it's either 4 minutes or, you know, to make it work, or it's like, you know, we're not going to talk again. So it's like, okay, got to work with what you got. So, but in 4 minutes, we were able to get kind of all the information that we needed. I would have liked that conversation to be a little bit longer, but we were at least able to kind of establish rapport, learn a little bit what we wanted, and then we can set ourselves up for the next call. Because at least he's familiar. If it's a seller and I'm going to go through like a full sales process with them, like, nah, I'm not doing it while you're at work and like in the middle of something and there's all this noise in the background. It's like, no, we're like that. I will push to schedule at a different time when I have the person's full attention. Address. Listing. There we go. Follow-up date, we're going to put today. Specific notes. Agent also an investor and sometimes wholesales and does fix and flip. There's no problem if right wholesaler or the end buyer. Let's do follow up. -21-3. Call back to reconnect and set up relationship for future properties that he looks at. Now, the other thing is he said for wholesale deals, so some people might write it off where like, but he's a wholesaler, he's a fix and flipper. Like, you know, if he's not able to move it, you know, then it's not going to be a deal. So like, don't waste your time creating that relationship. Wrong, guys. He doesn't necessarily have, like he said, if he wholesales, it's really deep. Now, that's a very relative term, but you know, just if he's not able to wholesale it super deep, it doesn't mean it's not a deal. If you have the right buyers, they like it. I might just have better buyers than them, right? Because that's something that we put a big focus on is like, how can we get the best, most competitive buyers? So, you know, if he needs to wholesale this at like 120 and he's like, dude, yeah, I can't wholesale this, but I know I have buyers, you know, he's like, I can't wholesale it at 120, or I'm sorry. He's like, if I were to wholesale it, he was like, I would need to wholesale it at 120. Let's just assume that. But if I have buyers that I know can pay 140 and wholesale it, you know, I mean, that's a big difference, right? And that's a lot of deals that doesn't fit for someone else, but I'm able to get done. Couple to reconnect and set up relationship for future properties that he looks at. Yeah, we'll just do that. And the other thing is I could add him as a buyer. Yeah, let's actually add that too. What props? I'll be honest, I'm not going to lead with that because it, you know, I want it to sound like I've got better people to sell my properties to. And I'm not just like, oh, I'm looking to grab any buyer. Because I just told them how it's like, oh, I only work with a really select few guys. Cool. Save. Make this one a green. And then this property, let's do, did we leave them in here? Did we switch them to call and added to CRM? I can't remember. Let's just do that. You know what? No, let's just leave them in past. Well, I'm trying to think. Trying to think of how to stay organized with my properties. All right, let's just move on to the next one. Roseland. Guys are quiet in the chat today. Man, everyone kind of moving a little slow on Tuesday. Tuesday is like the classic day to where it's like, oh, when it's Tuesday, everybody wishes it was Thursday. Oh, this property. Yeah, I think this guy, we weren't even looking. 265 is what they were asking. It's a 3.2, 1,500. What are they putting in the investment opportunity? Several repairs. Yeah, I think we needed to be. I think we were calling this person not for this property, but I think we were going to call them just to establish the relationship to see if they work with a lot of fixer-upper properties. Because yeah, ours is a 3.2, 1981. What's under contract right now? These are some 3.2s. So on the high end, under contract at 411 for a new build. ARV's probably, yeah, more like this, like a 350. Now it's 2023. So let's look at this. Yes, 320. Honestly, 350 might not even be 350. So, yeah, ARV's like, I don't know, the highest 350. If we look at, this is under contract. We don't know what price it's actually under contract for. Oh, no, just kidding. They have an in-ground pool. We're not putting in an in-ground pool. So ours is maybe 325. Is probably what I'd say. And they have it listed for 65 and needs a couple dollars. Jeez. Hope this thing comes with a weed whacker. Like a chainsaw. Ying yang, let's call them. Are these vids going to be taken down, or will you keep the entire vids posted there? So helpful, and I'm actually learning. Awesome. Love that you're learning. Good question. I don't know if they're going to stay, because right now they're getting streamed to Nathan Payne's, to the Investor Thrive Facebook group, and to his YouTube channel. I don't know if they're going to stay. I've been recording them, so I might, I don't know, it's kind of like a big if. I'm not really like a media content kind of guy, but I might make like my own YouTube channel after this and maybe like edit the videos, cut down some of like the dead weight time, and kind of have each day posted. Because yeah, I think that could be something really helpful for people. But we'll see. I really don't know. But at some point, I would like to have an option to where, yeah, you guys can come back to them and watch these videos. So either they are going to stay, or at some point I would like to have them available to all you guys. Boom. All right, let's call this person. Rem Vonk. Is that right? Yeah, it's called Rem. Interesting name. 407 966 47. Oh, that sounds like an office number. Hope it's not.
Hi, you've reached 1-407-966-4700. Please leave your message after the tone.
How about no? How about we try calling it? Got a text message. All right, so let me. So I got a text message saying from the number we're calling. Thanks for calling. Can I help you with a text message instead? Yeah. When can you chat? Hi, my name is Nathan Valle. I was calling about a listing of yours. Is there a good time today you can chat? Or is there a good time today we can chat? We can chat on the phone. Let's be specific. All right. Let's go on to the next. Probably not going to work out, but we'll see. Let's take a look at this property. Sanford. Jeez. I don't know what it is, but people are always, so I live in the city of Danbury. Dude, people are always honking and laying on their horns like crazy here, like right in front of where I live. And the crazy thing is, like, I don't know why. Like, I genuinely don't. Like, it's just you go like there's not even an intersection. Like, you just go straight. And I don't know what what like there even is to do wrong for people to honk at you, but there's multiple people that find a way every day. All right, let's look at this property. Yeah, needs some work. I remember we looked at this. Oh, it's under contract. Was this under contract when we looked at it yesterday? Let's see. When does public records, property history under? Oh my gosh, went under contract yesterday. Man, you guys. So if I wasn't streaming this every day, I would, like, every one of these things I'd be calling like the same day because of stuff like that. Somebody got this under contract immediately. Now it could be a wholesaler, so we're actually still going to call. All right, so this was a 21,000 square feet, 1925. I think, yes, this was the property I was thinking of earlier. This is what I was thinking of. A dude bought this for 109. Dang. All right, let's just call him up. We're going to call him up anyways. Philip, just tell me your line, man. Tell me you went under contract yesterday, the guy got cold feet this morning, and that you've got a deal for me. Busy. Did I get a text back? I did not. We're going to call him in just a minute. let's try again. All right, we'll move on. We'll try to remember to call him back in maybe like 10, 15 minutes. So this one's under contract. Did this also go under contract very soon? Yep, this one under contract yesterday. So that's crazy, guys. So two of the properties we added to our list yesterday went under contract the same day. Same day. What does that tell you? Speed is really important. And they're deals to somebody, right? Doesn't mean they locked it up at 240, but now, granted, it could also just be a person looking to live there, but it was a good fit for someone. Did I want to know who the buyer was on this one? Because this is a flip. Oh, maybe I was interested in the hedge fund for this one. No, because this is Longwood. Oh well. So this one we will. So what do I want to do? I'm trying to think of. Do I just leave it in past? I'm gonna leave it in past, and I will mark this. You know, let's call her anyway. Nicole Cohn. That sounds familiar. Did we speak with Nicole? Oh, maybe Sarah Nicholas. Maybe that's what I'm thinking. Let's call her up. 352 895 8921.
Hello, you've reached Nicole Cohn with Florida Choice Realty.
All right, on to the next one. All right, so we got a 3-2, a little bit old. So list for $399. This was 1967. This is a 4-2. Let's look at these pictures. So this was not a flip. It's under contract right now, so all in the 4 hundos. Except these is the same property. Listed twice for some reason. So 3-2 under contract at 425 or around there. Where's our property? Ours is right here. What's this? This has got a garage, so just ours. This is pretty nice. And this sold for 365. But I think this is an HOA. And ours has no pictures. Let's throw it into Redfin and see. So it's 1973 too. Let's take a look at. Yeah, this looks like it could have been flipped. Oh, so does it have? So is it 4 cars total? So it looks like they have an attached 2-car, and then unless is that, yeah, and a detached 2-car. So that'll make a big difference, right? Yeah. So what they buy this at? So they bought this at $360, sold for $430. Too bad I don't know what the interior of that looks like. Ah, Open Door. So Open Door bought and sold this one. Okay. I think that's the only reason why. So Open Door is like the hedge fund, and they've lost a ton of money buying and selling properties. Okay, that makes sense. So I wouldn't use this as a comp, and $399 just does not seem to be remotely close. So I'm actually not going to call on this one. Was there additional picks? No, there was not. I'm so curious as to what the deal is with this property. Like, I don't know if this is something, let's just call him and ask. Who are we calling? Is it Glendy? Glendy's Lorenzo Martinez. Is that his first name, Glendy's? I'm going to sound so dumb when I call this guy because I'm 99% sure I'm about to get, what got clicked on over here? I'm pretty sure I'm about to get his name wrong, but that's okay. 407-508-2808. And I guess we're going to be speaking with Glendy's. I don't know. Let's see. We're going to ask him what on earth the deal is with this property.
Hello, you have reached the voicemail of Glendy's Lorenzo. Please leave me your message.
So it is. So I think it sounded like Glendis. Let's try calling her one more time. Come on, Glendis.
Hello, you have reached the voicemail of Glennis Lorenzo. Please leave me your message and I will get back to you as soon as possible. Thank you. Hola, te comunicaste con el buzón de voz de Glennis Lorenzo. Por favor, déjame tu mensaje y yo voy a regresarte la llamada lo
Oh,
antes
just call me
posible.
back.
Gracias.
Hello.
Hello, hi, I have a missed call from this number.
Hi, Glendis. My name's Nathan. How are you doing?
Hi, good, how are you?
Good, good. I was actually calling about a property that I see you have listed here on Kawani Trail.
Yes.
Yeah, I was just calling to see if you had a couple minutes to chat about it. Did I catch you in the middle of something?
No, I'm fine. Yeah, you can talk.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, so I kind of saw the property here, potentially looking at it as an investment opportunity. I was wondering if you could kind of tell me a little bit about the house and, you know, maybe anything in particular that might be important for someone like me.
Okay, so this house, the sellers from the house, they didn't take care well of the house. So the house inside is not in a good condition. The structure of the house, however, is in a good condition. But as an investor, maybe you will be looking to renovate the kitchen and the bathrooms. It's the main thing on the house because they're like being there for more than 50 years and they never renovate the house.
Okay. Wow.
At the moment, we have a listed price. It's way higher than the actual value of the house because they haven't decided to lower a little bit the price, but we're working on negotiating on lower the price. So a lower offer would be good for them, right?
Okay, got it. Yeah, I was wondering. I figured that's probably what it was. You know, to where it's like the sellers were just kind of stuck on a price. Okay, got it. So it needs work. So I guess so. Kind of twofold. I'm interested in the house. I could make an offer. I mean, it would be an all cash offer. If that works well for them. You know, and I can close on their timeline. You know, I can close pretty quick. But you know, at the same time, I'm not, you know, I don't want to make an offer that would insult them. And I know just kind of from what I'm looking at, I mean, my offer would, I mean, one, I don't have any pictures of the interior. So I really have no clue what is there any way to get, you know, without having to walk the property, do you have any pictures of the inside? So
I do have a couple of pictures. However, those pictures I took before, they clean up a little bit. Right now it's a little bit better.
Okay. I mean, that's fine. It'll just kind of be able to give me a general idea. Yeah, when I look at them, I'll understand, you know, yeah, that it's better than what it is in the pictures, but just so I can get a general idea of what the interior is like, that would be very helpful. I do know though, for like my offer, I mean, I've got to look at kind of the numbers, you know, get an idea of what the interior looks like. But I know just kind of looking at what I think this could be worth fully fixed up. I know, I mean, my offer would be like significantly less than the list price. And you know, I know you said you want a low offer for them. But at the same time, I want to make sure I don't insult them. And, you know, I mean, are they open at all to kind of lowering or?
Yes, they are. We actually talking to them. We received a couple of offers for investor. It was around 300,000.
Okay.
And I thought that was a very good offer, but talking about numbers on what they want to receive after they sell the property, it will have to be around 320. So we're waiting for a 320 offer so we can seal the deal.
Got it. Okay. So you've gotten some offers. Well, that at least makes me feel a little bit better because, okay, if other guys are coming at 300, I mean, just off the top of my head, that's sort of what I was looking at too, was, you know, it needing to be at least around 300. I'll be honest, I don't know if I could get close to 320. So they've gotten a couple offers at 300 and that just wasn't able to be a good fit for them. Yeah,
they decided to wait on the offers because they still have hoping that they can get the 320, something close to that. Because we got those offer right after we put it on the market, so they decide to wait.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so we're still waiting to see if we get maybe a higher offer on that. They're trying to fix up the property. But yeah, we're mostly working right now with investors because of the condition of the house.
Got it. Okay. I'll tell you what. Is there any way, Glendis, that can I text you? This is my cell phone. Could I text you at this number?
Yeah, sure.
Can I text you my email address when we get off the phone here? And would you be able to email me those pictures?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Okay, that'd be great. And what I could do is I could take a look at the property, and I could get an answer to you, today, on where I think, I would need to be at, for an offer. And if I'm able to get to 320, great. I'll let you know, and we can move forward on something today. And if not, I'll at least let you know. And if you want, you can give it to them as a verbal offer, just to kind of help you with lowering that price.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you so much.
All right, thanks so much, Glendis. Talk to you soon.
Talk to you. Bye.
Bye-bye. Guys, come on. Crazy. Dude, one call, she's like, yeah, they're nuts. They'll take 320. That's $80,000 less than what it's listed for, right? And like me, I literally almost did the same thing that every single other person does. You look at it, you're like, oh my God, $399? That doesn't make sense. Like, it's not even worth the phone call. Not going to reach out, not going to make an offer. Guys, that's why we make calls, right? And we don't just I didn't just text her a low offer, right? We have a conversation, and she literally told me this is the price that they'll sell it at, right? And she told me what the other offers came in at, which, technically she's really not supposed to do, but we always ask the question because you never know what you're going to get. So we know where the other offers are at. We know what offer they'll accept today. Crazy. So we're actually going to take a look at this property and see if we can make it work. But first, I got to send her a text. Man, look at Glendis coming in clutch. I like that lady. Dude, I love it. I just wish every phone call could go like that. They call and they're like, sweetie, Linda, honey, listen. They're like, look, we love that you're an investor. We know it's listed for this. I actually want you to make a super low offer. They'll sell it for this. Please make that happen. That's what I want. That's what I want every conversation to look like. Doesn't always happen. Oh, one thing I wanted to touch on that I just remembered from our conversation with Mario, the dude with the block home, to where he said it was listed for like 190 something, and he's like they would do it for 170. He was the agent that also is a wholesaler and investor himself. One thing that same thing happened in this conversation with Glendis. Another really important thing that happened with him when he was like, yeah, I'm an investor. He's like, yeah, I'm a wholesaler too. Blah blah blah. I did some of that I've talked about a lot. Having that childlike curiosity, right? And so I asked the natural question of like, well, like, I guess have you tried to talk with them and see if like you could just wholesale it for them, right? Because I wanted to learn more. So same thing with her, Glendis. It was kind of right, same thing with the childlike curiosity of like, oh, and we're just asking questions genuinely, and we're getting a ton of information. Right. And sometimes people give you like way more than you'd think. Like in this case. I'll be honest though, I don't know if 320 can do it. That might be a hard sell. I've got to take a closer look at the comps, but that will be difficult. Because now, the other thing is I love when agents are like, yeah, it's bad on the inside. Because might not be that bad. Now, she also said, she was like, they've lived there for like 50 years and never like updated anything. So it's probably going to be a big project. And And I love how she was like, they got an offer at 300, and she's like, I thought that was really good. And I'm like, wow, I'm like, I love this lady. Loving this lady. Hi, Glendis. Yeah, Glendis is, man, she is agent of the week, and it's only Tuesday. She already won it. Agent of the week on the 30-day challenge, which it's a thing we're now going to do, guys. We're going to pick an agent of the week every week. All right. Hi, Glendis. This is Nathan Valle. It was great speaking with you on the phone about the house on Kewanee Trail. You can email me the photos at I4 Express buyers at gmail.com. Hi, Glenn. This is Nathan Valle. It was great speaking with you on the phone about the house on Kewanee Trail. You can email me the photos at I4 Express buyers at gmail.com. Look forward to seeing the pictures and getting an offer to you today. Boom! Love how you actually find deals. I mean, I do all the legwork before you even called to see what's up. Love it. You do all the legwork. Yeah, gotta put in the work. Gotta put in the, and that's the only way you're gonna get good. It's, you know, when you're doing the work, you know, it might, some people are like, oh, you know, you can hire a bunch of people or this or that, and that's great. You know, leverage is great when it's able to be a good fit for you. But like when you start with actually do, like I believe in, like, start with doing the thing so that you understand whatever that thing is. Right. So if you want to grow like a cold calling team, I highly recommend at least start out cold calling yourself, not because that's the most valuable thing, but because you'll understand that process, what that position looks like, and you'll understand the ins and outs. So when your team is like, no, we're dealing with this as a problem, this is a problem, this and this, like, you're coming from a place to where you truly understand their position, what they're talking about, and you can be like, no, that's not actually an issue. You know, you just got to put in more volume. Right. Or it's like, okay, yeah, that's something that we should address or make a pivot on. Good thing they called. That's right. I think she likes you too. I think so too. I think she liked me too. All right, let's add her to the list. Before I do that, I'll do that when we hop off. Maybe I can, while you guys are on here, because we only got a couple minutes. Let's try to take a quick look at some comps and see what we could see for an ARV. So we looked at, so this thing sold for $365, which, like, this hurts us. You know, this is built in 1990. You know, let's take it. So ours has got the 2-car attached. Whoops. It's got the 2-car attached. I mean, the interior was nice too. Oh, but that was the thing. That was the thing. So I do believe this is an HOA. That's one thing I do want to, let's read this real quick. In the community of Indian Hills, let's just throw this in to see if it says, because I didn't see HOA listed here, but I mean, if it's a good agent, that's not necessarily something you would want to list. Pool and spa. It's corner lot. Centrally located. So does it say under property details? I want to see if it says yes or no on like an HOA. Beds Bass, which I don't know if that's something that they would have listed here. So why? Some of you guys might be wondering, like, why is this so important? An HOA versus not an HOA, that can be a massive price difference. Like honestly, like if this house wasn't in an HOA, I mean, like if it's in an HOA and it's sold for $365, if it was not in an HOA and like same conditions and everything, I mean it could literally be worth like 50 to even 100 grand more, you know, I mean depending. But like that's how, like it's not like oh, this one has a 1-car garage and this one has a 2-car garage. Like it's not a small ticket item that we're talking about. I mean, not that that's small either, but you know, it's not like we're talking about like just $10,000 or $15,000. Like we're talking a big chunk of money. Because if a buyer were to look at it and he's like, "Ah, oh, dude, this one just sold for $365," right? That's the argument a buyer would make to us. But if we're able to come back with like, "Bro, that's an HOA, ours isn't." All the houses outside of the that are not in HOAs sold from blanking up, you know, and that's kind of what we're looking for. So let's put Indian Hills Community, Florida. Indian Hills Apartments. That's not what we want. Let's do Castleberry, Indian Hills Community, Castleberry, Florida. Let's see what that is. Let's see what that is. This is not helpful. I don't think this is going to be helpful either. All right, neither one of those was helpful. You know what? This is what we're going to do. When in doubt, just make the call. What's her name? Marable? Am I Marable? I don't know, something like that. We're just going to say, hey, hey, this is Nathan. When in doubt, don't say the name. Agency, it's not so bad, but.
The service you're attempting to use has been restricted or is unavailable. Please contact customer care.
Boring. Let's call the number they have listed here. It's going to be an office number, but maybe they can help me out. 343-8137.
Good morning, Berkshire Hathaway. This is Hilda. How may I help you?
Hi, my name's Nathan. How you doing?
I am fine, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing good, thanks. I was actually calling. I'm not sure if you'll be able to help me out. I had a question. I was kind of looking at some homes, and I saw this really beautiful property that was sold through your brokerage. It was on Winslow Circle in Castleberry, and it was in this community called the Indian Hills Community. And I was just wondering if you'd happen to know, is that an HOA community?
I have no idea. Do you know what the property address was?
Yeah, it's 2200 Winslow Circle. So 2200 Winslow, Winslow, Circle, and that's in Castleberry, Florida.
Let me see if I find anything. Hold on.
All right, that hold music. So typically, if I can't look something up on my own in like 2 to 3 minutes, something like this, I'm just gonna call, because depending on what it is. But a lot of times it's quicker and it's easier for me to just get a definitive answer, from just making a quick call like this, rather than me clicking on all these different websites trying to find it and like, is it not? And we got the walkthrough happening at 1 o'clock today. Fingers crossed, guys. Keep your fingers crossed for me. That deal is really going to be dependent on how that walkthrough goes. And I got to hit up Renan to see if he's going to be able to make it to that walkthrough. So hopefully tomorrow, they said they'll be able to get an answer from me by the end of today after the inspection. So hopefully I'll be able to let you guys know tomorrow if we're going to be closing that deal or if we're going to have to figure something else out. Oh my gosh, this hold music is intense. It is so much louder than the talk volume. Oh my gosh. All right. Jeez. There's a lot going on with that hold music. She's probably doing the same exact thing I was just doing right now. I was really hoping she'd be like, oh yeah, I know that area. And then just be like, yes or no. Or she'd be able to just look it up in like the notes or something. But no, she's probably Googling it right now to let me know. Well, we will wait. I'm gonna be here until she comes back. Hopefully in any second. But 11:02, Nathan Payne is probably live right now. Definitely go check him out. Give him a shout. Give him some support, some love. I will, if any of you guys are hopping over to that one and leaving here, I will be back, tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. Eastern. I hope you guys all come back. We'll get to see what happens. I'll get to give you guys an update on what happened with the deal. If we're going to be closing that, this week or next week. I'll be letting you know the update on that. And I'll be letting you know what happens with this property. Because I'm probably going to make her an offer no matter what. Even if I'm under 320, even if I'm under 300, I'm still going to make her the offer. Because these people, I don't know how bad they want to sell. Well, one, I'm going to get some more information from her next time I talk to her. She was really open, which was cool. So I want to find out what kind of timeline are these people on? Are they trying to sell it right now? Or, I mean, it might not even be the homeowner. Like this might be, it could be inherited, you know, and the kids are selling it and got to figure out, they're like, yeah, man, we just want the money. So that's going to let us know, like, how often am I following up with her? Is it like, hey, here's my offer. If it's not sold in 3 weeks, I'll touch base. Or if I know their timeline and I know they're trying to sell quick, then I might call back in like a day, 2 days, 3 days, and like resubmit an offer. We'll see. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm just gonna hang up. So we'll end it there. I'll look this up on my own. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I will see you tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Eastern time. We've got a lot of stuff going on. Man, we've got this property. We're talking to agents. We've got the walkthrough today. So we're going to have a lot of fun updates. So make sure you're there at 9 a.m. sharp, because that's when I kind of give all the updates on all the stuff that happened in like the afternoon and the day before. So I will see you guys tomorrow. Have an awesome day. Have an amazing Tuesday. Love y'all. Be good. See you soon. Later, gang.